So steady, here we go, man. This is the one I try to get, the rotini, right? And so I go over here, and I fill my rotini up with a cup. 1 cup, right? Then we go over here. I already got some water boiling. I throw the rotini in there. While that's waiting, steady. While that's waiting, then we start the magic here. I throw in some some red peppers, some green peppers, whatever there is, steady. And you don't have to do this one either. But I'll throw any of the good stuff in there. So here we are. We're cutting up some red peppers in this case. Nice and chopped. Alright, next one up is the onion. Onion, I always throw in some onions though. Because onion's good for you. All these vegetables are good for you. So there's a little onion, and I don't do anything with measurements. I throw, hey, whatever I have. If I have a little chunk, I throw a little chunk. If I have more, I throw more. So there's that. I'm gonna throw away the first layer here, and now I'm gonna cut these guys up again, very tiny, very tiny. So here we go, very tiny again. I'll do it one more time, steady, very tiny. Now I got my onions and peppers. Again, whatever you don't have, you don't throw in. If it's all you have is onion, you throw in the onion. If you have red peppers, you throw in red peppers. All right, then I'm gonna grab my my container, steady. Here's a nice little container that I put it in here because I'm going to have here probably like 3 meals all in one chunk. Give me a second. I got this tuna, but there's better tuna than this. This is just the one I have here. You can go online and get some good, real good tuna. But right here, this is 12 ounces, right? This is going to give me that 12 ounces with that 1 cup of pasta. It's going to give me like 3 to 4 meals, really. It all depends on how much you eat. Let's open this sucker up. I'm going to drain the water, steady, because I don't want no water in there. Mandataro. I just spilled it all over this place, steady. This is crazy. Now, making it like this, I could just throw in the ingredients, but I want you to take time in between I do things. That way it registers. It registers there, steady. So ya le quité el agua ya. So now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to throw my tuna in there. I'm going to throw my tuna. There's my tuna. Alright, so I threw my tuna. I'm going to throw my onions. And my red peppers. If I had green peppers, I throw them in there too. Whatever you got in there, you throw it in there. Any vegetable is always going to be good. Then I'm going to get some olives. Steady, I got some olives, some Goya. I'm going to throw some olives in there. I just threw like 6 or 7, I don't know, whatever it is. Here's my key ingredient, some cloves of garlic. You know how garlic makes everything better. There's that one. And there's that one. I got my little presser here. My little presser for my garlic. Can you see this? Let me see. No. I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to crush it down. You see all that garlic that's on there? I love that garlic, man. I throw that in there. I'm going to grab the other one. Smash that guy down. Can't go wrong with the garlic, steady. Plus, it's great for inflammation. Garlic is so good for all kinds of things. It's antiseptic, anti-inflammatory. So then I'm going to throw in some salt and pepper. Here's my pepper. Here's my salt. One thing steady, try to get that pink Himalayan sea salt. It's one of the highest nutrients and salts, better than the white. The white one is filled with iodine, but it's not real iodine. It's iodized. If it was iodine, it'd be great, but it's iodized, which is different. It clumps. It's just made so that the salt doesn't clump up, but it's actually bad for you. So I only use that in rice or stuff like that, pero I try to use the pink Himalayan. So we got some salt. Now I'm going to throw in there, I'm being steady, I'm going to throw in some regular garlic herb, because I like that garlic, bro. Can't go wrong with garlic. Gives everything flavor. And that's it for that. Now we're going to go over here. I got my mustard. We're going to throw some mustard. Again, said this is not nothing measured. I got another mustard. Give me a second. Until you do it for your taste. You got some mustard, look. I'm gonna throw, I like more mustard than mayo. Mayo I only do a little bit just to give it a little condensing. Make it look pretty. I only throw like a scoop, one scoop. Because you know mayo's not good for you, steady. It's got a lot of fat. So there it is. I threw one, I'm gonna throw another one. It's not even a full one, it's like a little half one. So there you go. Now I'm going to top it off, steady. I'm going to top it off with some olive oil, because you can't go wrong with olive oil. Again, no measurement. Just put whatever you think. I throw a lot of that olive oil because I want some olive oil in my system. And then I hit it with vinegar. Some vinegar, steady. I throw a lot of vinegar in there. Gives a little tang. Gives a little tang to the taste there. And that's basically it, steady. At that point now, we just mix this sucker right on up. So there's everything. The tuna, the red peppers, the onions, the olive oil or the olives. I got the garlic in there too. I got the mustard, the mayo. I got the salt, the pepper. And that's it. You saw everything I got in it. And just mix everything up. I try to break it up. And steady, that's it, bro. That's it. Once that pasta's done, which I'm gonna come back and show you. Once that pasta's done, then I throw the pasta in there, and that is it. Then you can eat this with rice. You can eat this with crackers. With some. I like to buy this little hard bread that I bought recently. It's like a toasted bread, a little nice toasted. I forgot what they call it. And I'll eat it with that. I just put 3 or 4 breads or 3 or 4 crackers with the pasta and everything, and I just eat it all that. That's a meal. In here, you got 3 or 4 meals, steady. And cheap too, bro. I'm gonna save you some money too, steady. I ain't messing with you, dog. I'm trying to get your finances right. So that's it. After I mix it all up, then I just wait for the pasta. And I'll bring you back to see how it looks with the pasta, bro. So steady, the pasta's done. This meal literally takes you about 15 minutes to make. Get all that water. Ooh, it'll be falling out, little pasta. All right. So now we got it. Now I can put it in cold water just to make it stop, but I like to let it do its thing in there. All right. Over here, can you see it? No, you can't see it. So let me move this thing over. So then I just dump the pasta right in the thing, in the bowl. All right. Then I got my thing, my spoon here, and I'm gonna mix it all in there steady. Oh yeah, 15-minute meal. This is the way you eat, steady. This is gonna give you for like three, maybe possibly 4 meals. It depends on how much you weigh. For me, it's like 3 meals. Like I said, you can slap this on with some rice. You can make just crackers or a piece of bread. This is why I love this intermittent fasting. And for those that are listening, besides steady, intermittent fasting is the way I've cut down from 260 down to 180. And I'm going to go down to about 165 now. And I've done that about 5 times in my life. With no supplements. With no, you can have protein shakes, but I don't knock protein shakes, but I don't do protein shakes like that. I do it through the meals. And then the intermittent fasting. If y'all don't know what intermittent fasting, let me explain to you what I do. I don't eat anything till about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's my first meal. Then I stop eating. I'll eat my first meal, which could be this and crackers. And then I won't eat again until, that 7 or 8 o'clock meal. This is when I'm in training mode, guys. This is not always, but this is when I'm in training. When I'm trying to lose weight, this is how it works. But you fill yourself up. You eat whatever you want. You eat these type of meals, and you fill yourself up. Of course, you can have rice and chicken, rice and meat, rice and pork. Well, if y'all do pork, but I do pork. Rice and a pork chop. Arroz con gandules. This is why I love this style of eating, because you can eat whatever you want. See, the problem with diets is you'll get on a diet that tells you don't eat this, don't eat that, and you'll do good because all the diets work. Because it's all about calorie counting, right? You're putting less calories in your body, so your body's going to respond and it's going to lose weight. But the problem with those diets is as soon as you get off of it, as soon as you start going back to your regular meals, then you're going to gain the weight right back up. That's the problem with most people. Intermittent fasting allows you to eat whatever you want, rice and beans. You can have your ice cream if you want ice cream, if you want a cookie, if you want some chocolate. You have it with your meal. At that point, you fast again. So I'll break my fast. So from the morning, from the time I wake up, and I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning most mornings, or 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And then I don't eat all the way to 1 till I finish my work. I get off work by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I don't eat until I come home. How do I get past the not eating anything? Because that's the question I know everybody's right now wondering. How do you get past it, JC? How do you go without eating all the time? What about when you get hungry? Well, when I get hungry, what I'm doing is I'm drinking black coffee all day long. Black coffee and spring, basically like a club soda. Club soda, which is water carbonated. And you could put flavors. I go to Winn-Dixie and I buy, let me go up here. I'll buy carbonated water with flavors. There's strawberry flavors. There's coconut. My favorite is coconut. But you can go with no flavor. There's no flavors as well. And you have the carbonated water in combination with black coffee. And that's going to get you past any hungers. Because as long as you're drinking black coffee and carbonated water, the black coffee is for the energy. Anything you put on the coffee, just in case anybody's going to ask. If you put sugar in your coffee, if you put creamer in your coffee, it's going to take you out of your fast because now you have added sugar into the coffee. The beautiful thing about coffee, though, guys, I used to be one that if my cup was this big and I was filling it with coffee, half the cup would be sugar. This is me. This is how I used to be back in the day. Now, but I weaned off of it, and now it's straight black coffee. You will get a desire for black coffee if you drink black coffee. Eventually, you could start winging it off. Maybe I don't know how much you put in there, but maybe if it's a half a cup, then you go to a quarter cup, then you go to a little bit less than a quarter, then less and less until you eliminate that sugar from the coffee. And black coffee in itself is healthy for you. It's full of caffeine, right? It's going to give you the energy you need for the morning, and it's going to take the hunger away. You combine that with the carbonated water, and you won't have that much. I mean, you're going to get hungry because it's going to take a while to get used to this. But once you get used to it, it's not like all morning long I'm like, oh, I got to eat. No, I just do my thing. I don't even feel it anymore because I've been doing it for so many years. So, my peoples, let's go back down. Let's go back down here. That's it right there. Pasta, tuna. It's just basically a tuna salad. And then you put this in the cold. You put this in the refrigerator, and you got about 3 meals in here. If you throw in, this is how I eat it. I eat it with some Unica crackers. I'll have some toasted bread. Here's my crackers. I'll put 3, 4, 5 crackers in there, depending on how hungry I am. And I eat it with that. Or I have, if there's rice from the night before, I'll slap them some rice, and then I'll eat it with a little bit of rice. And that is it, my peoples. Y'all do that, and y'all are going to eat. So let's go back. So how do you do this? Intermittent fasting. You want to break your fast. You want to give your body, the best form is 16, what they call 16-8. 16-8. So 16 hours fasting, and 8 hours is your window to eat, right? How do you do those 16 hours? Well, you're sleeping already 8 hours. 7, 8 hours, most of y'all. So it's really not having a breakfast. That's all it really is. So if I go to bed, let's say at 10 o'clock at night, and I don't eat till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, what is that? 10 to 10 is 12. 13, 14, 15. I'm eating like 15, 16 hours later. That's exactly what you want. All right, so 10 all the way down. I'm drinking black coffee. I'm drinking carbonated water. Once I break my fast, I have a meal like that one. And then I don't eat again. And if you want to have your cookie, if you want to have your, like I told you, your sweets, if you're a sweet guy, you have it there. Then I don't eat again until 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and I'll have another good meal. But fill myself up. And again, if I want the cookie, if I want the candy, if I want whatever, I eat it there. The problem with most of us is that we're eating and then we're snacking throughout the day. And so your body doesn't know what to do with all this sugar. And then it accumulates it and it puts it, stores it in fat. But if you fast, now you're giving your body, your organs, all kinds of time to do what it does best, which is break down this food and then break down. It won't allow the fat to be stuck on your body, right? So again, how do I do it? I don't eat till 1 o'clock. I eat really good. Then around 7 or 8, I eat really good. And then I don't eat again until the next day. That is it. That's truly all I do, my peoples. That's all you got to do. Now, in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit tough. So if you got to eat at, let's say you break your fast at 1. And then again, you get hungry around 3 or 4. Eat again around 3 or 4. That's your window of eating. You have a window of eating. Mine is between 1 and 9 o'clock, somewhere in there. And so eat whatever. You know, fill yourself up. But again, no snacking in between, no drinking sodas in between, because anything you put sugar after you eat, then again, you're breaking that little time of resting, of fasting again. And anything with sugar is gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess up your fast. So now when I'm training, I'm really trying to lose weight and get strong here. I don't have the big cookies. I don't have the chocolates. I don't have that. That's my regular life. When I'm actually trying to lose weight, I try to cut down the cookies. I try to cut down the chocolates, the ice creams, all that. But once I lose the weight, then I'll add in the ice cream. I'll add in the cookie, and then you'll see how it won't affect you. It won't do anything to your body. You'll stay the same, and then eating what you love. That is the beauty of intermittent fasting, my peoples. All right, so that's it. Y'all got the gist of all of this. Now, I've showed you. I've talked to you about what you do. If y'all apply this, you will lose the amount of weight that you want to lose. I've gone to 260. I've gone down to 180. I've gone up to 260. I go back down to 180, 170. I go back to 260, 180, 170. I've done that about 5 times in my life. All right, so I know how it takes to lose this weight. If you try it, guaranteed, you're going to lose an average between 2 to 4 pounds a week. 2 to 4. If you throw in the weight, the weight training, which I'm going to show you my training. I got a 16-minute routine that breaks down everything. All you need is a 16-minute routine. One of the biggest things when I was managing a gym, the biggest excuse for people not coming in and being consistent was that I don't have time. I don't have time. Well, I've eliminated that because who doesn't have 16 minutes of their day? It's really 17 minutes with the cool down. But who doesn't have 17 minutes? If you don't have 17 minutes, you're lying to yourself. Everybody has 17 minutes, so you should be able to do it every freaking day. Now, the everyday mentality of training, that's the mindset you got to have. You got to have the everyday mentality of training. Why? Because there is days that come up that you can't train. So I'm training every day, but Tuesday comes up, I got to take my daughter somewhere, I got to do something, and I can't train that day. It's no big deal because I know I trained on Monday, and then I'm training tomorrow. I'm training on Wednesday. And so at least if you think about it every day, I'm going to train every day, you'll train between 4 to 6 days a week. Easy. Now, if you have that Monday, I'm going to train Monday, Wednesday, Friday. What happens is when Wednesday comes, something happens on Wednesday, you can't train. Now you've only trained twice a week. So you got to have the everyday mentality of training. Now, with food alone, you'll lose the weight. It'll just take a little longer. You'll lose about 2 pounds a week. So then all you do is you multiply it. If you're trying to lose 30 pounds, 2 times 30 is 15 weeks, 2.5 months. All right, you just do the numbers. And then one of the keys is weigh yourself every week. On whatever day you choose to weigh yourself every week. That way, in time, you're going to get motivated, because it might take you a week or 2 or 3 weeks before you start really dropping the weight. There might be a week that you don't drop any weight. Don't get demotivated, because it's on average 2 pounds. You might go a week where you don't lose any weight, but then you'll go next week and you'll lose 4 pounds. And then again, on average, 2 to 4 pounds a week you'll lose by doing this. So that's it. That is the secret. That is all you got to do. You do this, you will lose the weight. God bless you, Steady. God bless you, everybody who's listening to this.